So I just got off the phone with a woman from group that I attend with, and I'm thankful she trusted me to console her. But she was going out with this white man, and she realized he was racist. She realized he was in support of white supremacy, and she was just so distraught. She was just so hurt, and as I'm trying to console her, I was just like, this is when I opened, because I opened up this in group. I said that because they was like, girl, you need to go get your people, go get you a white man. I'm like, I don't date white men. I will, I prefer black, and I will go as light, bright, damn near white, as we like to say in the black community, or I'm going as dark as midnight. Blackness is all I want. But, and I'll try someone else that's non-black, but my black is my preference, but I won't be with the white man. And that is just due to most white men hate black women. I'm just going to be very honest. Most of them do. I know y'all like to praise them, but most white men, they don't see black women as human beings. They don't. But with that being said, she was very distraught. And I said, if it's any consolation, I could tell you, I've been with some black men that are white supremacists themselves. And it shocks the hell out of you. And this happened to me 3 times before I caught on and said, I got to start paying attention to how black men view black women and children, so I don't end up in spaces with these men. But I was like, the last brother I dated, it was, last brother I was in a relationship with, actually. It was 2020, Christmas. And I had just put the collard greens and mustard greens on the stove, and I was making ham because we had turkey for Thanksgiving. So I was making a ham. And I was a little sad because it was like, sometimes holidays would make me sad because I'm like, I never got the family I wanted. And I was just talking to him about it, and we're drinking eggnog, and we're just like, and I wanted a hug from him and stuff. And then he goes to sit on a couch, and he has said stuff prior, when I would, because I love to give back. So when I would go back to the hood, I would go see what the kids need, kids that come from where I come from. And he would call the black children little nigglets. He would call them, he would tell them, he would say that, black children don't stand a chance. And I was just like, I was still so very like, is he really saying what I think he's saying? And this black man was as black as the midnight sky. Okay. And so, but this Christmas, this day, 2020, he goes and he says, he's sitting on the couch and he's just clear as day. You black bitches, y'all don't come from nothing. Y'all don't have, he was referring to me and other black women, saying that we come from broken families. That's what we don't have fathers. We don't have family. We're just all fucked up. He's just like going and going. And first I was very shocked. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're a black man. And then that's when I told him, I said, after your family come, we're done. And the thing is, I don't think his mother knew that his views were like that too. A lot of times these black men, their mothers don't know that they are like this. And there's a deep psychology there. You and I didn't even go into it, but I've been with a light-skinned black man who hated black women and children too. Let it be known, and let me know again, because for some reason, upper class black men tend to gravitate towards me. And this is how I started to understand classism and things like that within the black community. And when you start to see that, they will pick you apart. They will choose you as a black woman, but pick you apart. And yeah, so I said, if there's any consolation, honey, I've dated black men who are white supremacists. And so I'm like, don't feel too bad, but just, you got to understand that just like I had to learn strictly dating black men, I started to ask questions, and I started to just listen to how they think. and then I'll remove myself if I see anti-Blackness within them. But yeah, so a lot of you Black women are having this experience. I've been seeing it online. She's in my group, so this is real life. And she is, stating, hey, you guys are ending up with white men who are racist. And that's just, majority of white men do not like Black women. Like that. So if you are being hit on by, you got to think, is it objectification? Because many slave owners had sex with their slaves. The reason many of us are just mixed up, even without present day interracial relationships. Most Black Americans are mixed. And so you have that. But for me on my end, I was like, mine is with Black men. I dated one white man. He grabbed my neck playfully. We were walking to the car after the date. It just didn't rub me the right way. So I was just like, no, I can't. But, but Black men started to shock the hell out of me. So I was just like, hey, don't beat yourself up. Don't get too down on yourself. It happened. You just learn from it. But yeah. You have to be careful as a Black woman in general dating, whether it's non-Black men, whether it's Black men, light, dark, in between, whatever. You have to just be careful, because Black women and children are I guess you could call us an underclass. And Black men are there with us, but they often don't consider themselves an underclass with us. But it is. And that's something I had to learn, that I started listening. Now I pay attention closely to anything a Black man says. And then I'll go, what did you mean by that? Because if you're not careful, you'll be laying down with the enemy. Yeah. So